We are on air. What's up, people? What's up? Oh, yeah. We are live. Indeed, we are. Let me check my chat here.
I just saw myself over there.
I don't know what you've been doing, Ed Stolson. I'm a little scared, but I'm gonna let you figure that out. Krista, what's up, Krista? How you doing? We got Tech JRD out here. We got Taylor Bowden. What's up, Taylor? Welcome back.
Nice.
We got up in here. We got Juan Contreras, the everyday dad.
Everyday dad?
Yeah, the everyday dad is here. We got Jason Chinsolo, Hilario Aragoon, Tech Rat. What's up, people? What's up? Yeah.
Just so you guys know, I can't read the chat because I don't have my glasses on or my contacts, but I have these new fly sunglasses on. And you know what? Deal with it.
That's right.
We got Willis 16234. What's up? What's up?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
That's right. As y'all can see, I am not alone tonight. Got my man Zach Talk Tech in the building.
Yeah.
And my head of security is actually on deck. El Jefe Reviews is in here. What's up, people? What's up?
Man, I am hyped. I'm hyped, man.
Woo. Boy, this is going to be a special evening, y'all.
It is.
So, in 27 minutes, at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, I am dropping an absolute bomb of a video on the main channel. So you all know what that means. If you're not already, you need to go ahead and be subscribed to the main channel. Let me see if I can put that link in the description. If I can get it right the first time. Because it is going down. Like, oh my goodness.
Nice.
And I got these gents with me tonight because they were actually a part of the making of, or they witnessed the making of this history that we're about to drop on y'all tonight. So I thought it'd be cool to have them in VypDrive. Normally I do these VypDrive by myself, but I figured I'd bring some backup tonight, and that's what I did.
Let me answer a quick question in chat. Hilario is asking which iPhone I got. I got the iPhone XS, 256 gig in space gray. Shout out to all of our friend Jonathan Morrison.
Jonathan Morrison is a cool dude. That's right. When we went up to TLD Studios, he gifted my man Jeff with the 10S. Couldn't believe it. I lost my mind. It was absolutely insanity.
Should we talk about that a little bit? Like, just like kind of how it all came together, or like how do you want to steer this Viper?
I mean, I think everybody knows by now that we were up there. I mean, we were all out in California for a Vid Summit last week. Actually, already last week, isn't it? Yep, last week.
4 days ago.
We were out in California for Vid Summit. And my man, Jonathan Morrison and JD, they actually invited us to come hang out at the TLD studio. So Jeff, being the cool dude that he is, on Thursday night, he chauffeured us all up to the TLD studio. We must have hung out there for 4 or 5 hours. Like, wow.
We were there till almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
We were there. Yeah, we're there late.
Yeah, we were there. We were out there. We were hanging out. We watched him shoot some B-roll for one of Jonathan's Pixel 3 videos.
Yeah. And Jonathan, the whole time I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna hold back and release this tomorrow. He's like, no, I'm dropping this tonight. As soon as it's done, he's like, I'm dropping it.
It was 11 o'clock Pacific time, which is 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central, or whatever, something like that. And he's like, no, I'm dropping the video. Now I'm like, see, that's stuff that you can do when you have 2.5 million subscribers. See, I can't do that. I can't get away with that. But when you're Jonathan Morrison, you can drop a video anytime you want because people are gonna be watching it anytime.
Yeah, just tell me. They very rarely hold back, and they usually just pump it out right away. Like, they'll do stuff in advance for brands or whatever when they got special deals going on. But yeah, for the most part, for things like that, they want to get it done. And if you look at the video, there's clearly parts that they filmed during the day, right? And that just tells you it was an all-day process. It was. I'm just watching him scrub on Final Cut was just right. It was just awesome. Right.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, and my tagging of this VypDrive title and the tag that should be there. Let me see if I can refresh this. My tagging and titling of this VypDrive is not a coincidence. I actually met up with the TubeBuddy reps at Vid Summit. So I'm gonna try to see if I can work with them in the future. This is not sponsored, but I figured it'd be cool to have a little product placement. Got the little TubeBuddy water bottle on deck. the TubeBuddy shirt is on deck. I told the folks at TubeBuddy they needed to be watching this video tonight, this VypDrive, because they never know. Like, this is it. So I'm gonna reach out to the TubeBuddy CEO, and I'll point him to this live stream, and he can know that I'm legit. A lot of people go watch this VypDrive, and they gonna know that TubeBuddy's legit. And all of us use TubeBuddy. So let's talk real quick about what TubeBuddy is and how it helps you. Jeff, let's start with you because I know you use TubeBuddy.
Oh, absolutely, man. Actually, so shout out to my boy Nick Nimmin. He introduced me to TubeBuddy way back. He did like a video, and then he was also talking about it in his live stream. So I went ahead and downloaded the Google Chrome extension for TubeBuddy and added that on. And then it gives you a lot of tools to help you with search engine optimization, helps you with thumbnail A/B testing. There's just a ton of tools involved in it that are super helpful. And there's even like, if you don't have a way of like building your own thumbnails, there's even like a basic thumbnail creator in there as well. So yeah, man, it's such a good app. And not only that, there's a free version of it that's actually very powerful. But if you want, you can get a paid version and run that and get even more access to more tools. So as a creator, trying to help other creators, I highly recommend TubeBuddy to everyone.
I can't really add on any more than what Jeff just said. Again, TubeBuddy's not officially supporting us, guys, but honestly, I couldn't picture myself being as efficient as I am without TubeBuddy. Now, there's one of my favorite features in there, and some people might think this is disingenuous, but you have to remember that you still have to pick. You still have to pick the selection, and one of the best features is pre-answered or pre. What do they call it, Jeff? What's the word?
Canned responses.
Canned responses.
Yeah.
So I have 5 or 6 canned responses. I know other creators that are something like that. So depending on the person or like how they react or whatever, I might have a canned response. But you got to remember, I still have to manually go in there and pick the response for you. So it just saves some time for typing. One of my favorite ones is you can put the coding in there so that it fills in the person's name. So it kind of makes it personal. Like, hey, thanks for watching, name, right? And it puts the person's name in there. It kind of makes it a little more personal. But you have to manually like heart things. That's also a manual thing as well. I make sure I'm always commenting and things like that. But the canned responses def helps. That's one of my favorite features on there. I also like the find and replace. Here's a feature that a lot of people don't know about. You guys might want to try this out. They have a feature where you can highlight or look for a certain word or phrase or whatever within your description, and you can tell TubeBuddy that they can go in and remove it or replace it with something else. So you guys know that I made those manual custom bit.ly links using Zach.link, right? So I went in and I had all the big long URLs all replaced with Zach.link / Facebook or whatever, right? And so that was 185 videos that it did in 30 seconds.
Nice.
Can you imagine if I had to go through the description of all those?
Yep. No, I'm gonna be doing that too soon.
And nothing else was touched. It's such a great feature, especially when you're changing things and whatever. And I keep on seeing myself over here. I like wearing these during a stream. I think Jason should also get some for Painfully Honest. Can you imagine? Imagine? But yeah, TubeBuddy's great. Like you said, even the free version is so powerful. And here's the best part, guys. It's not like a normal Chrome extension where it might go on and might slow things down. It's built right into YouTube. So you're not going to get that slowdown like you might with other extensions. Okay. So that's one of my favorite, because you guys know how much of a memory hog is that Chrome is in general, right? But TubeBuddy will not slow things down. It's great.
Hey, shout out to Technically T in the chat. What's up, man? How you doing?
I can see people are saying stuff about me, but I can't read it.
That's nothing bad. Don't worry.
Okay. So, like my people just said, TubeBuddy is legit. Like I said, you don't even have to like get the paid version. You can you can experience with the free version and then use some of the features and see if it works out for you and your flow. I would highly recommend, if you're an upcoming creator or you're just starting out on your YouTube journey, you need to be checking out TubeBuddy. No doubt about it. I mean, you could do tags. You could like explore keywords and see how effective they'll be for titling your videos. They got thumbnail testing. I mean, good Lord. TubeBuddy is like a virtual suite of creator help available to you, and they're pretty cost effective, even if you decide to go for like the paid version. Right now, I'm using the $20 star version, and like, my God, all the assets and features I have. And the other cool thing about TubeBuddy is that it also allows you to see other tags that other creators are using for their videos too. So, I mean, TubeBuddy is legit. My God.
man.
I'm paying for Legend, which is I think the step down from the top one, and like just so powerful, so powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, man. And then, like, for other fellow creators, you can also get discounts on it too. Like, I was running the discount from the Talency Toolkit, so you can get Epidemic Sound for no copyright music, and you can get TubeBuddy. You can get both of those. I think it was like, what was it, like $8 or $9 a month or something, and you get access to
through
both of
Talency,
those.
which is an MCN. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but it's like, we're not using the MCN version. We're just using that toolkit.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's another way to get them. You can get both of them for like half off. So that's another option out there for anybody that's using that stuff. So
I'm watching the chat like this because I can't see
Yeah,
nothing.
actually, the star version is the one that I use, and I can tell you, I highly recommend using the star version, man. Like TubeBuddy, I use TubeBuddy every video I upload. TubeBuddy assists me in some shape, form, or way. So I am TubeBuddy. If Viper approved, as you heard, Jeff and Zach both using. I mean, TubeBuddy is invaluable. Like, I really couldn't imagine uploading videos and doing YouTube without TubeBuddy. I don't plug stuff often on each channel, but
right.
when I plug stuff, it's legit. I'm wearing a damn shirt for God's sake. So I got the shirt, right. I got the bottle. TubeBuddy is legit.
Yep.
We got technically in the chat. I'll just leave it at that.
What's up?
See it, Viper. I promise. We got technically T in the chat.
Oh, we do got technically T in the chat. Absolutely.
He's got those Fortnite skins.
Oh, you better stop it, Zach. You better stop it, man.
So let me answer a quick question, because Ellis was asking, when do people get monetized? So as far as YouTube channels getting monetized, it takes 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So basically they'll do that. Then you got to wait like 2 or 3 or 4 months for them to review your channel, and then hopefully things go well, you'll get monetized that way. But it still takes a ton of views to actually earn anything from Google AdSense. So it isn't like as soon as you get monetized, you like got rich. It's not like that at all.
No, not even close.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Doug? What's up, Mark? Yo, hey people. For those of you who asked about my monetization on the main channel, I've already reached the threshold requirements. I reached them back in July, but the channel has still not been approved yet. So I'm waiting for YouTube to get off their behinds and approve me. But other than that, the channel been eligible since July. So whatever.
Let's put it this way, guys. For those of us that have been doing this for a while, or even like the last few months or whatever, you should treat AdSense. I think Roberto Blake put it like this: you should treat AdSense like a tip jar. Okay, if you're getting into this and thinking you're going to make a whole bunch off at AdSense, you got to be like a DeFranco size.
Yep.
All right, or something like that. You got to be up in the millions and everything like that. Okay, but because the what you get paid per click kind of thing is different from somebody else based on size and retention and da. So take AdSense out of your mind and find other ways to diversify and make your income. And that's one of the things that we learned all about last week at Vid Summit.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yep. We've been harping on this for like months now, but in case you all don't know, YouTube AdSense is, I wouldn't be relying on that for you all. For you all, you need to find other ways to diversify your income off of YouTube. You got affiliate marketing, you got sponsor deals, you got brand deals. There's a whole bunch of ways.
Yeah. Did you talk with I can't remember his name, but the affiliate I think the website's like affiliateguy.com or whatever.
Oh, affiliate markets. I did talk to him.
Yeah. Marcus, man, that dude is legit, bro.
Yeah, he was fun to hang out with. He was fun.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man.
Like, do you want to make some more money? I'm like, no.
Don't let the nerdiness fool you. That dude knows his stuff.
Is water wet?
There's a bear in whatever. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Stop swearing on your YouTube pages, everybody.
That's right.
Stop swearing on your YouTube pages. Viper, tell them why. Tell them why they should not be swearing.
Oh man.
Tell them why.
So at Vid Summit, I kind of knew this, but I didn't know the extent. But Daryl E gave an astounding keynote, and part of the keynote was about the effect of swearing on YouTube. Now, you all know that if you use your brain and you think logically, you know that brands don't want to be in. They don't want to have their ads in front of channels that swear. That's just common sense. But the YouTube algorithm takes it a step further. YouTube will actually suppress your videos if you swear a lot in your videos. Actually, if you swear at all. I mean, now I'm not gonna say that if you say like one curse word, it'll suppress your video, but your video could be negatively impacted for any swear word, even if you don't curse a lot. It doesn't matter. So I've been telling people from jump, you will no longer hear me curse on the main channel because I'm not trying to have my videos suppressed. I ain't got time for all that. On these live streams, I don't care because
and it's not even cursing. There's words.
There's keywords.
They're keywords. So, for example, can I say the K word? Is it okay if I give the example?
Yes, you can give the example.
So last week, for example, I released my iPhone XS Max release video, and I said one of the features that I'm going to miss about the phone, even though I got rid of it, was that the camera is absolute killer. It's a killer camera. Killer is actually highlighted in yellow for YouTube as a possible keyword. Now they don't care about the context. In this case, I'm saying it's awesome, but in that case, I should be saying it's awesome. Right, I should be saying it's phenomenal, not it's a killer word. Right, Jeff, give your example a few months back where you got demonetized. Go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, so what ended up happening was, as soon as I uploaded this video, it immediately got that yellow $sign. So that means limited ads and stuff like that. I'm like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Right,
like a headphone review, right?
No, it was a speaker. The speaker that had no bass. It was a negative review. But in that review, I said it on 2 occasions. I said that the lack of bass was a serious boner killer. And the word killer is one of those keywords that they look for. And, you know, the video. What's up?
You also said boner.
Yeah, but boner, I don't know if boner is one of those words, but yeah, so that was one of those that immediately got the yellow $sign. But after like a week, they fixed it. You know, I asked for a review and they fixed it, but still, you know, it's just one of those things where you kind of got to like, you have to be sort of more mindful so that your video doesn't go into that restricted mode. So that's something that we learned. I don't curse in my videos as is because I know for a fact that there are children watching my videos, and you know, I don't want to be doing that to them. I don't want to take part in that. So you know,
absolutely. Like you as a creator, you get a completely different perspective when you realize that kids are watching your video. So we have to be mindful of that.
Jason, you need sunglasses.
Even though, unless you're not Gary Vee, then it doesn't matter because you're Gary Vee.
Then you can cuss at like 6-year-olds.
Yeah. Oh, we are finally joined by the wizard himself, painfully on a tick.
Where's your sunglasses, Jay?
Still packed in my bag, I think.
He's not completely unpacked. That's okay.
I'm gonna wear these on the podcast from now on.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, Lord.
I am.
That's kind of fun.
That's gonna be great.
Hey, shout out to Brody, man. Packed Reviews in the chat. Just want to say what's up to my dude. Tech Couples in the chat as well. What's up, Krista? We got a lot of people hanging out in there.
I appreciate y'all stopping by. And the reason why we are here, because in 10 minutes on the main channel, I am dropping a video that I thought I would never, ever be dropping on my main channel. But in coming in 10 minutes, that's why I invited people here. Like I said, normally I do these VypDrive by myself, but these gents were there when this video was being filmed. So I thought I would invite them in tonight to do this special VypDrive because this is a special video that's coming. Oh my God. So in 10 minutes, it's dropping.
Should you tell them what happened? Like how it happened? Like how he said?
No, because that's part of the video.
Yeah, we got to do a surprise.
Okay.
Yeah, that's part of the video, so we're not giving it away.
I'm tiptoeing. That's what I figured. Okay, sorry, man.
Change the subject.
Yeah.
So Brett Kavanaugh. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh Lord, Zach's out of control.
We are.
Hey, you know what? Deal with it.
That's right.
Do we have a choice? So Greg Gadget wants to know how it's beating Jonathan. Like, well, we talked about this a little earlier, but Jonathan Morton is that dude. There's the reason why he is where he is in the YouTube game because his attention to detail, his meticulous, the time that he takes editing his videos in Final Cut. Just sitting there watching him edit in Final Cut Pro, he is so meticulous. He takes his time. Nothing goes unchecked while he's editing. Like, I almost felt bad disturbing him while he was editing because I'm an asshole like that. But
here's the thing. Here's the thing. He has a team, right? But he was doing the main edit.
Oh yeah,
like the scrub and everything, and not wearing headphones. A lot of people wear headphones when they're editing. Yeah. He just had a couple. Well, like the desk you guys see there on the studio thing he did a while back, and it was just out in the open. We're all talking over here, watching the TV and everything. It was amazing.
No, but he's got some nice monitor speakers though.
Yeah,
No
he got
doubt.
some speakers, dude. You don't need when you got speakers like that, you don't need headphones, bro.
Yeah, that was legit.
I mean, usually, like we were talking about when we were there, it's like I've used both monitors and headphones, but with like 9 other people in the room, I think I'd probably be putting the headphones on. So,
and I was like, "Are we being too loud?" He's like, "No, man, I'm in my zone." And I'm like, "Whoa, okay." It was awesome. It was great.
No, that was funny because like Zach was actually doing some editing at the hotel. I'm like, dude, you actually can do this without headphones because the hotel lobby was kind of noisy. But Zach's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I was in the zone. Actually, I'm going to be dropping that video. It's kind of a it's not a recap, but it's just the final day and getting everybody's thoughts about VidSummit and everything. So far, I'm pretty sure I'm going to split it into 3 parts.
So Ella just asked, Viper, when are you joining Cryptolicious B-roll? Well, when this video drops at 8 o'clock, you will see some B-roll like you've never seen in your entire life. So day 2.
Yeah, man. No, it's gonna be dope, man. And meeting Jonathan was definitely an experience, man. But for me too, meeting JD, because me and JD Tech TV have been going back and forth for a while, and that's my dude right there, man. He was one of the either the first or one of the first creators to like actually respond when I asked questions back when I was at like 200 subs or something like that, and I didn't know how to deal with companies, how to work with brands and stuff, and like all the Amazon sellers and all that stuff. And he took the time out of his day to answer my questions, and that meant a lot to me, man, because I was still coming up. I had nobody helping me out, and so for the longest time, I've been looking forward to meeting him. But to meet him and meet the whole squad and meet Jonathan, and then everything that went down was an experience that I'll never forget, man. It was amazing.
Are we going to talk about everything that went down? Are we going to talk about it?
Well, they like tied up Jason and everything. No,
beat the living hell out.
Are you talking about the what happened with Jeff? We talk about
that. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
If you guys want to talk about it, it's all good, man. I'm good with it.
Cool.
Yeah, So I think let Jeff talk about it because it happened to him. So he knows better than how he felt more than any of us. So Jeff, I want you to explain what went down, man.
Yeah, what did go down, Jeff?
Dude, I barely remember. Like, all I know is somehow I ended up with a phone in my hand.
And Viper started jumping around, and I'm talking to Jason. I'm like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, I think we were like chilling, or we were like he was finished uploading the video, and I think we were getting ready to bounce or something. And he just kind of out of nowhere just walks up and hands me this phone, the iPhone XS, brand spanking new in the box, still sealed, and just hands it to me. And we had been talking earlier that evening about how I still had the S8 Plus and how I'd been thinking about going to the iPhone XS because the battery on my S8 is acting up. Right. And then he just hands me the phone and he was like, "Here, man, you don't have to worry about making that decision, man. Just you can have it, man." And there's a short clip on Twitter, on my Twitter page, of the moment that it happened, and I got pretty emotional, man. It was a lot to kind of take in.
Yeah, I went back and watched the clip, and apparently, I guess he thought he was going to mail it to you. He said he didn't know you were coming up. Yeah, man, it was pretty crazy, man. The way I didn't realize that he had like kind of planned it out and stuff, man. So that was, it's really humbling, dude. Like, because it's more, like I said before, dude, it's more than just a phone. It's the ability to create more content in 2 ways. Where I can now start doing, I can do a review of the iPhone itself, right? And then I can get accessories for the iPhone and different things that work great with the iPhone, or even videos on apps for iOS. Yep. And not only that, the cameras on this phone are so much superior to the S8 that I'm going to be able to do even more cinematic B-roll and have more flexibility in what I do. So it's like a gift that's going to keep on giving. That's why it means so much more to me as a creator, what he gave me, because like I said, it's more than just a phone. He's given me the ability to create more content for you guys, for all the subscribers, for all the viewers. And man, I mean, you guys, I'm beside myself, man. I'm beside myself. Yep. I was like that. I could not believe what I was witnessing. I was like jumping around like a little kid. Brandon was actually.
I thought something happened for Viper. I was like he was just going crazy, and I was like, "What the hell did he give Viper?"
And like next thing I look over, and I finally, Viper, after Viper finished jumping around like a chick with his head cut off, I see Jeff stand there. He's just. You guys ever see those cartoons where the jaws hit the ground?
Yeah,
like that happened in real life. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think. Oh, go ahead.
You know, like I just wanted to say that a lot when I did the Can You Trust About Jonathan, a lot of people after it came out gave me some feedback on you know, how he behind the scenes he was really a very cool guy, and he did a lot of stuff for people, and was just really a very open, cool, giving person. And I got to see that in action when
Yeah.
we were up there the other night.
And it's more than just a physical thing. It wasn't like it's not about the phone, guys. I hope it's hard to explain. It's not about the phone, but it was the actions, the things said. Like he called me over when we first got out, and he's like, "Hey, you use Final Cut, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, and he showed me these, and I still wrote, and I actually wrote it down on my note. I noted it on my note. I got the note right here, and about these different keyboards. And he's like, a lot of people don't know about this, and he showed me this and that. And this is, you know, without the mouse kind of thing, and just showed me a couple of things with like compound clips and everything like that. But yeah, and it was just I know he did some one-on-one stuff with Viper later on, but it's more than just, you know, Jonathan Morrison gave him a phone, so he's awesome. It's not about that. It's not about the physical thing. It's about the act of what happened and the way that things came together that week.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah.
And just to remind you all, in 2 minutes, this video about to drop. I think I'm gonna hang out here for a few minutes longer, though. I think I'm gonna hang out here for like maybe 15, 20 more minutes, even after the video drops. So normally I would end these live streams like right at 8 o'clock because the video dropping in 2 minutes. But I'm gonna hang out for a little while. I don't know if DJ's gonna hang with me, but I'm gonna hang out for a few more minutes. Probably
I'm gonna watch it, but I'm gonna take off my headphones and mute myself if that's cool.
Yeah, that's absolutely. I'm gonna hang out for another 15, 20 minutes and holler at you all, and then that comes up. But in 1 minute, the new video dropping on the main channel. So get ready to go. I need y'all to go attack that video immediately. Everybody bum rush the video in 1 minute and drop it on the main channel. I will be putting the link in the description here just so y'all can have easy access to get to the video.
Should everybody go bug Jonathan Morrison after and like at him?
I mean, they probably will anyway, to be honest.
You guys should at Jonathan Morrison after you've watched the video and just tell him, "Hey, I came from VypDrive, watch the video," or just whatever, right? And just destroy his mentions on his Twitter, because I'm sure he'd love that. Jonathan, if you're watching, man, sorry, not sorry. Deal with it. Where are my glasses at?
Sorry. Oh man, but yeah, the video about to drop any second, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm gonna hang out here for another 15, 20 minutes. So I guess we could talk about what was the biggest, what made the biggest impact for us at this summit. Jason, how about you? And start with you.
I think the biggest thing for me was like, I went out there, and it was pretty soon after I'd like gone over 100,000 subs and that kind of thing, and my brain really hadn't caught up to where I was in terms of size and what the opportunities were for all that. And just there was so much stuff at Vid Summit that gave me a sense of like the broader spectrum of what YouTube is about, instead of like the small corner that I kind of carved out for myself. And so for that, I think that by itself was worthwhile. I mean, it was great to go hang out with Jonathan. I got to go hang out with Dom Esposito and do a video with him. Nice. But you know, those things were very cool, and I really enjoyed it. But I wanted to be. It was the whole thing just kind of giving me new perspective that made it a bigger deal.
Yeah,
that's the link to the video, so y'all can go check out the video. Video is live. All right, Jeff. What about you? What was your biggest takeaway of this summit?
I mean, for me, just being with everyone. You know, we're all of us chilling together and doing all that. Don't let me sell it short, right? All the panels, all the learning, all the keynotes and all that stuff were amazing. But all the networking that we did just by hanging around in the lobby, all the hallway conversations, all the collab videos being shot, and not only that, man, getting to have meals and sit down with you guys and with everybody else, means so much to me, man. To just be able to solidify that friendship in person, man. Because I don't even think of you guys like we're just some dudes or like fellow creators or squad and stuff like that. It's like you guys are like legit friends to me in my mind. Right. So it's amazing. To me, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. Like just getting to hang out with everybody and just having that kind of you know, I mean, we were all friends before we got there, but then, you know, it's just a different thing to get together in person. And
Yeah, and I said this in my video, and I think I tweeted it a few times, and I'm going to say it again. I went to Vid Summit with friends. I left with a family, and I'm seriously mean that, guys. You get, and I said this before too. I got the value, the ticket price, the $857 that it costs for a single ticket for one person who had an attendee pass. I got that value in the first 3 hours in the lobby before I even checked in, before I even had my pass. That's on the day that I arrived. All the events and everything, all the panels, everything started the next day. There were 3 presentations that stuck out for me. Number one, in terms of motivation and getting you going and everything like that, and you just want to run out the door and start filming stuff, especially mad B-roll. Peter McKinnon, fellow Canadian, just amazing. He was an amazing storyteller, so much fun. In terms of information and opening up my eyes and going, whoa, and just feeding it to me, Daryl Eves' talk. That was crazy. Guys, if you're a creator any size, you have to subscribe to Daryl Eves. He is intense. He's kind. He knows what he's talking about. And he delivered the goods on that talk. And the third one that I really loved was on the last day. I think it was on the Thursday, was the TubeBuddy panel with Brian B. Johnson, Owen Video. Sorry, I can't think. Nick Dimon, Ryan Kahn, and I'm missing a name.
Roberto Blake.
Oops. And Roberto Blake. That panel was awesome. And Roberto's panel. Oh yeah, Roberto's panel was awesome too. Yep. Roberto didn't have any visuals or anything. They were having a problem, but it was even more impactful just him walking back and forth. And by the way, Viper took some great pictures at that. He's like laying on the floor with the 8th, 7-3, and took some just awesome photos.
That was fun.
Dude, you took some promo photos. I guarantee you he's going to use those in future things, man.
Oh, he already posted on his Instagram. Oh, and I got my man Armando Ferreira in the chat. What's up, Armando?
Yeah, and we met Armando when we were out there, right?
Yo, Armando, it was a pleasure to meet you, man.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Armando, y'all need to go check out Armando. He's one of the best in the tech YouTube game. My man got over 300,000 YouTube subscribers. Check out Armando Ferreira's channel. Make crispy videos. Dude is legit, no doubt. Yeah.
And Armando's the reason that I can use this camera and look as good as I am. I would not look this good if it not for Armando.
Yep. Nah, man, he's super cool too, man. You know, super chill, just like everybody else. And it was definitely a pleasure meeting Armando as well, man. That was definitely a moment for all of us, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, and the cool thing is this: nobody was up like above or below anybody there. Okay, so like Owen Video jumped down the last 3 steps of the escalator and hopped a couple steps across and cut me off and said, "Hey, you're Zach Talks Tech," and I'm like, "Yeah, but you're Owen Video." But he's like, "Yeah, but you're Zach Talks Tech." He's like, "I watch your stuff, man. You're awesome. I love the lightsabers and all this other stuff and the way you interact and everything." And I'm like, "But you're Owen Video." Right? And that was just so cool. And you get past this initial kind of shock, and then the next day it's like, "Oh yeah, there's Owen. Oh, there's D. Oh, there's Nick again." Right? It's just I'm so amped again. I'm so amped right now.
I tell you, man. I mean, I never thought in a million years in my YouTube life I'll be sitting in an Uber with Andrew Edwards and Armando Ferreira. Like, that craziness.
But how'd that work out?
Thank God.
And had dinner with him. Like, wow. It was amazing.
Hey, let's not forget about Andrew Edwards, man.
Oh, yeah.
He came through. He was chilling, like, even from the first night when I got there Monday night, which you guys need to do next year. Make sure you get there a day early. We were just chilling, man.
I'm going a day early totally next year, if not 2 days.
Yeah. It was like us, Roberto Blake, and you know, Andrew, myself, Shannon, and like Shelly and stuff, and we're just having these conversations, and I'm saying, man, it's worth it.
And we had all these opportunities to like leave and like go tour LA and everything. Nobody left. If you weren't in your room pooping, you were downstairs in the lobby hanging out with everybody. Right? If there wasn't something going on, you were in the hallways just, "Hey, you're it's Steve Dotto," and it's like it was just like I said, you will get maximum value just from being there.
Right.
Yep.
And the icing is the panels and everything else. And it's just, damn, I can't wait for next year, man. Just can't wait.
That's right, Armando. That In-N-Out was, whoo, man. In-N-Out is, man. Goodness, In-N-Out was good, man. Yeah. Wow.
Should I tell the Sarah Dici story?
One
Oh,
second.
do it. Yeah, tell a teacher story. Yeah, yeah.
Give me 1 second. For those of y'all wondering why I'm spamming the link, I just dropped my new video with Jonathan Morrison. That's right, we actually did a collab with Stork. Check out the link. Check out the video. It's only like 4 minutes long, but video I thought I would never be making, man. So check that out. And yeah, Jason, tell us the story of Sarah Dietschy. Like, that was funny.
So I was at, I was sitting by Zach and Sarah Dietschy's talk, and then she had some time to do Q&A afterwards. And during her talk, she had been talking about how she got to 100,000 subs, and then she would get like 101,000, then she'd drop down by 500, and then she'd, jump back up and get closer to leaving 100,000. And it was just sounding a lot like the kind of experience that I'd had, although, also different.
A little more positive.
Well, no, I mean, what I got was exactly what I think she was going through was what I was going through. It's like you get to that place and you think like, oh yeah, everything's golden now, and then all of a sudden you just get stopped, and you're wondering like, oh, is it gonna fall apart, and I kind of got that feeling from the way she was talking about it. So I asked her if she thought there was something about 100,000 subs that kind of triggered some kind of different reaction in the folks who were watching your videos. Like, did they expect more from you, or was it just like all of a sudden you get 6 digits and it's something different? And she went to answer the question and she said, "Wait, I know your face." I was like, okay. She's like, "Do you make tech videos?" I said, "Yes." "Do you make videos about other people?"
She said, like, tick people off, and I'm like, yeah. I yelled out, yeah.
"Do you make videos that tick people off?" Yeah. And so she's like, "Don't make one of those can you trust videos about me."
And then we got into the details, and I just yelled it out because by then you were cool with it. I'm like, yeah, he lost 1,000 subscribers in like 48 hours, and the whole room went, oh.
Yes, it's true. It did happen, but yeah, she was just very cool, and that's one of the things that, Sarah Dietschy's not somebody that I followed regularly or anything like that, but I definitely knew who she was and watched some of her videos, and I just thought, well, that's somebody out in a different stratosphere that is doing something slightly different than what I'm doing. So, but she was very like down to earth about everything, and really cool and funny.
Now also in that same talk, there was a little girl, and Viper, I'm not sure if you want to plug this. You had a picture with her.
Oh, Ever Matson. Yeah.
Now's a good time probably maybe to plug this.
Ever Matson, she can't be no more than 10 years old.
She's not 10 years old. She's like 8 or 9.
8 years old. Yeah, she's like 8 or 9, and she was at Vid Summit, and she's a entrepreneur, like an 80-year-old entrepreneur, and she was championing the call for ending child hunger.
I'm putting the link in the chat if you guys want to check her out.
Yeah, Child Hunger Sucks, and you can also follow her on Instagram at Child Hunger Sucks.
I mean, how cool is that? An 8-year-old championing.
She was awesome. She was so adorable.
Child hunger. Like,
yeah, and she was right out there. She was, when I was in a couple of different talks with her, and she was out there trying to tell people what she was doing and letting them know she's selling lollipops, like big fat lollipops, for $10 a piece to fund these meals that she's gonna get. So she's not just saying like, oh, your child hunger sucks, and she's actually gonna try and do something. She's trying to get enough money to provide 100,000 meals to food insecure children in the United States, and I think that's freaking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Just yeah.
You guys just reminded me. I just signed up on our website here again, but I gave her some funny money while I was there. By that I mean Canadian currency, and she thought it was kind of cool. And I'm like, try ripping it, and she couldn't rip it. And yeah, I joined her Instagram and all that kind of stuff. So she's doing some good stuff there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
Yeah, who's getting a notification?
That's me. I didn't mute it.
I know my man Jeff over there with the iPhone 10s Max getting some notifications. I thought it was me. I'm like, oh, it's probably Jeff.
Yeah, I always leave mine. I always leave mine silent.
So Ellis, funny story. That thumbnail, I didn't even make a thumbnail this time. I just let YouTube choose the thumbnail. I mean, good lord. I mean, it didn't matter which one
for the video.
Yep. Oh, speaking of JD Tech TV, man, what's up, JD? We were just talking about you, bro. How you doing?
Talking about it in the good way.
Yes, in a good way. My man JD Tech TV with the awesome hospitality while we were out in California. Once again, thank you very much, man. Definitely appreciate you. Everything you did for us, man. Just A1, man. JD and John and all the dudes at TLD, just utterly just ridiculous with their hospitality, no doubt.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
JD, I want to thank you for getting me in trouble with my wife, because as I was asking, actually what happened is I asked JD for kind of a critique of my channel. Actually, I asked him if he could give everybody kind of a little bit of advice, and he just brought up my channel, and he's like, yeah, I liked your video from this week. And I'm like, you've watched those? He's like, yeah, I watch all your videos, man. So even though he may not comment and everything like that, I know JD's watching it. So you never know who's watching, but he went through my channel, and I had specific questions for him, and I wrote down a ton of notes again on my note. And the first thing I did is I went and grabbed that Motion VFX pack call outs, and I use it in the latest.
I noticed.
Yeah, I kind of failed at some of them, but I thought it worked out pretty well. And then I realized
it was cool.
It just adds a little bit to the video, and I think it helps with retention, right?
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
So I'm definitely gonna be, because once you start doing that, you can't stop, right?
Okay, I'm back.
Right, you got to continue with the things that show up and say, please subscribe and all that kind of stuff. So JD, again, thanks again, man. I really appreciate the one-on-one, JD. You helping me out and just giving some solid advice and everything like that. I've already been playing around with the lighting here. You sent me that information on the lighting. Ironically enough, I told JD I wouldn't be sitting down anymore, but I'm going to sit down for streams because I have that energy when I have the streams. But I'm going to be standing up from now on for my videos, which is how I was always doing it.
It's great to see It's great to see JD in here too, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, man, he was helping everybody out, man, and meeting him was definitely something special for me, man. Seriously.
JD, I jinxed the Mountaineers by talking about it the other night, though. I felt so. I was like, what? I was listening to the game while I was driving home last night, and it was making me so mad I had to turn it off.
Oh, I took a picture of like the size of the TV they have in there. It's an 80-incher. I have a 55. I showed it to my wife, and she said no.
I figured that'd be her response.
Hey, I'm gonna send you guys a picture of my Superfly 10-year-old LG 37-inch.
I think they had the same TVs in the rooms at the Westin.
Yeah, right.
Those were 37-inch LGs as well.
This is the first time I stayed at a hotel in like the last 3 years that I've not turned on the TV because I just never wanted to be in my room.
Yeah,
I would go up there to go to the washroom or whatever, clean up a little bit. I'm like, I gotta hurry up and get out of this room and get back downstairs and network and get in people's faces and everything.
I will say this, like usually when I go to conferences, like I do okay for a day or two, and then I'm like, I don't want to be around anybody anymore. This is and
hey, TubeBuddy's in the chat. TubeBuddy,
we got TubeBuddy in the building. Yo, what's up, TubeBuddy? How you doing? Man, y'all missed my we all did a promo about you guys earlier in the stream. So I mean, it was like, I think it was in the first 10 minutes. So if you guys want to go back and watch a replay, or I mean, if you all want to do like a quick recap of what TubeBuddy has done for you all,
let's go through it again. Let's start with Jason, because he wasn't here for that part.
Yeah, Jason, like tell us about how you went TubeBuddy, what it does for you.
I use it for tags for sure. And there's just all kinds of stuff that, like, once you get used to it in your YouTube, like you use the TubeBuddy extension, and once you get used to it being on your page when you're looking at your Creator Studio or whatever, it's there's just so much stuff on there that TubeBuddy brings to the table that I don't think I even realized that I use anymore.
TubeBuddy.
But yeah, the tag thing is, I'd use it for, I'll put it in like a few tags, and then I'll use their like research feature to really go down the list and try and get some lesser used tags and stuff like that. So
yeah,
You know, you
that's
should
a good
mod TubeBuddy. How cool would that be? I'm just saying, man. I'm just
You guys
saying.
are funny, man. Now, hey, so TubeBuddy, dude, it's a great extension. You know, I've been using it since. Shout out once again. Shout out to Nick Nimmin. It was Nick Nimmin that introduced me to TubeBuddy. I think it was during his live streams. So I started using it way back when, and it's been incredibly helpful. I mean, even for a while, I was using their thumbnail generator, but mostly, you know, SEO, tags, description, you know, bulk updates, stuff like that. And then right now I'm getting ready to start using their A/B testing for my thumbnails.
Right.
So, man, I mean, the program is legit. And yeah, man, I mean, I recommend it to everyone. Seriously, if you're a creator and you're looking to, you know, make sure that all your stuff is straight, then you definitely got to use TubeBuddy for sure.
TubeBuddy, they're
Mike-
updating the tag keyword in Florida next week. Oh, we will be looking forward to
Oh,
that,
yeah.
TubeBuddy.
That's
No
gonna be
doubt.
good.
Yeah.
My favorite two features on top of everything you guys said is the find and replace, where you can go in. So again, TubeBuddy, this is Zach Talks Tech. Just you know, you can go. You can, yeah, there you go. You can go in, you can give like a specific phrase or and you can find and replace or completely erase things. And like I said, I had all of my URLs fixed up, 185 videos or where it was in like 30 seconds. Right.
Yeah.
They did all that, and no other formatting was touched. It was beautiful. And it shows you exactly before and after what it'll look like if you're really paranoid. Super simple to use. And the second part is, you guys know how heavy Chrome is on computers, whether you got a MacBook Pro or you got some super duper PC thing. TubeBuddy integrates directly with YouTube so that it's not such a heavy extension. In fact, it works the same with or without it, right? Like,
yeah, I don't see any performance loss or any weirdness with it at all.
Yeah, and that's huge, especially because we know how Chrome sucks. But you know,
the way that TubeBuddy naturally integrates into the browser, it's like it just works. It's lovely.
Exactly, man.
But shout out to TubeBuddy for hopping in the chat. I appreciate you all. And I gave y'all some nice product placement in my latest video with Jonathan Morrison.
I know.
2.5 million YouTube subscriber Jonathan Morrison. We did a collab. I was wearing the shirt during the video, so y'all gonna get the run, no doubt. And you all will be getting an email from me about a possible relationship, no doubt. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's absolutely. I mean, it's a freaking great tool.
No, definitely, man. Any creators, whether, you know, big or small, but, you know, especially for, you know, new and up and coming creators, it's super helpful. It just speeds up the process, and
it helps kind of decipher a lot of the noise.
Yes.
And like what might be confusing about like the creator studio, although there's the new beta coming down, and TubeBuddy did tell us while we were there that they've already been testing everything. So when YouTube drops the new creator studio coming up here in 2019, you can flip over to it now. They're good to go. There's going to be none of this it's broken stuff. Like they are ahead. They are with us, guys.
Yeah. I mean, Zach, you reminded me. Like I updated all my links in my descriptions to show all the stuff that I use to make my videos, et cetera, et cetera. And you know, I need to use that tool to go through and take out my old links and put in these new ones, because you know the holiday season's coming up.
I'm going to go through before, because I was using a kit link before, and my understanding is that that's not always the best way to go. And I'm going to actually tonight, I'm actually going to do it. Finally, I'm going to list out all my Amazon affiliate links for the gear that I use, so people know what mic this is, people know what light this is, people know what camera this is, because the kit links don't always seem to work the best. It takes them to a different website, and it's a little confusing. I mean, I'll still leave the kit links there, but I mean, I'm going to be able to do 185 videos in 30 seconds. Like what?
Hey, Viper, how do you spell immediately?
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's put that in the chat.
You get on that shirt, man. I'm gonna be the first person. You give me the link to buy that first, and you know I'll be all over that.
There you go. That's how you spell immediately. Oh, JD, hey JD, how did you like the video, man? How did I do? I know I'm not Jonathan Morton when it comes to editing and Final Cut Pro. I'm still a newbie, but let me know, how did I do? Did I do okay?
I haven't watched it yet. I left that on pause.
I appreciate it, JD. Thanks, man. Yeah, like. The funny thing was, it was Jonathan's idea for me to put that in that beginning of the when I was shooting the video on the iPhone. He said, "Dude, you should put that at the beginning." So I did it, and I made it up, and that's what it was.
Yep.
So shout out to Jonathan Morton for the creative idea.
I've never been so afraid of a camera in my life while we were there.
Dude, like, I made it my business not to touch that red camera. I made it my business not to touch that camera. I'm like,
how much was that red? It's like 75,000 US. And if you put that to Canadian, it's like right? I'm just
Yeah.
like,
No, but
I'm like,
you guys saw that
walk over there
quality, man.
Yeah, the quality was for real. Like
The quality was insane, dude.
you know, I've been one. I have vocalized the question whether or not it's really worth spending that kind of money for
Vocalize
YouTube
is
videos.
putting it lightly, Jason.
So, but honestly, like it's a you have to see it to believe it kind of situation, because I was dumbstruck by how great that camera worked. I mean, the lights that you guys were they were using, I was like, holy crap, this is incredible.
I'm gonna buy that light. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy that light. It's something, whether 120D or something. JD, if you know what exact light was that, can you put the name of it in the chat, please? Because I actually gonna buy it. And I know it's like $250 or something. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, I'm officially the Aperture 120D. Okay,
Is that what it is? Okay, cool.
that's what Everyday Dad says, and I think that's correct.
Everyday Dad knows this stuff. By the way, hello, Everyday Dad.
Yeah.
Love Everyday Dad. Love it.
Every day legit, man. No doubt.
JD said JD said he's gonna quit YouTube because he can't be as good as you, man.
You're right. Whatever. You're crazy. But man, like, I appreciate everything that you and Jonathan did while we were at the TOD studio, man. Like, that was just being there was surreal for me and everybody else that was there. Man, that shoe wall though, it's extra crispy. My God.
Oh, it's nice and
it was fun because I asked Jonathan, like, dude, do you wear any of these shoes? And he does wear them. He wears them, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Now you know what's big for me, dude, is sharing meals with people is like a big thing for me, man, because it feels like family.
Right.
And that's like a big thing. When we just sit there and eat together, even if we're not even saying much, but just sitting there chilling.
Yeah, it almost felt like a one of those Fast and the Furious dinners, man. Everybody's eating together. Yeah, cool.
Well,
man, it's real, man.
There was one night where, I mean, you guys went out to get sushi, but we sat at a table that like just kept getting longer. I think eventually we had like 25, 30 people at that table.
Damn.
It was pretty crazy. Yeah.
JD says there's a cheap 150. I would hope so, because I think I was wrong, or maybe I was drunk when I was looking at this, because $779.
Yeah. Yo, Travis, what's up, Travis? How you doing, man?
Travis McGee?
Travis MVP is in the chat. What's up, Travis? Yo, my man Travis just did an interesting collab with Mr. Mobile Michael Fisher. I thought that Travis.
Nice.
No,
I saw that. It was awesome, man.
That was awesome. Yes, sir.
Mr. Fisher, always love hearing his voice. I need to get him on recording my voice.
I don't know when the switch happened, but I'm ecstatic that these upper echelon YouTubers are actually giving us some time, man. Like, it's amazing.
No, but check this out though, man. That's a thing we gotta remember, man. That even regardless of subscriber count or how much work they put in or all the accolades and all that, is that these dudes are regular people. Now, obviously, they're much busier than we are, but these dudes are just regular dudes. These ladies are just regular ladies.
Yep.
And that's the thing that we kind of forget. And I think it was Andrew or Armando or Roberto Blake were even talking about it, that it's something that like media and other people, they kind of put that stuff out there, like these guys, because of their subscriber count, they're like a celeb or any of that kind of thing. And it's not even like that, because we experienced that truth at Vid Summit. That any of these people, we could walk up, say hello, ask a question, and everybody was just cool. And that to me is a major thing.
I put this on Twitter yesterday because there was a bit of conversation, people talking about how the trip went, everything like that. And then yesterday, now I make this a personal habit. Now, because of fair use laws and everything like that, you can more or less take anybody's video or anybody's this and that. You can put their name in tags. You can put their name in the title. You can put your name. You can use their video and everything like that and just get away with it. But I make it a personal habit to ask every time if I could use somebody's video, if I can use their name in a title, if I can use their name in the tags. I do that out of respect for their craft, but also to help develop the relationship I have with them.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Jonathan. I said, hey, man, I know I was just there. Do you mind if I throw your name in the title in the video I'm going to do? It's just kind of a recap of me talking about our trip, and it's going to have some images and some video and this and that. And I'm going to use your name on the thumbnail and this and that. And he said, yeah, man, for sure. And then we were talking a little bit about Blue Shift on the new Pixel and everything like that, which there isn't any. And then I put out I did a quick little Twitter video, and I just titled it, "You Just Gotta Ask." Okay. I mean that sincerely. if you want to help develop your relationships with bigger or smaller creators, that's one of the biggest things you could do if you're going to be using their stuff. Not referring to them, but if you're going to be using their footage or whatever, just all you got to do is ask. I mean, that's all you got to do. Just ask.
Well,
good question. We got a good question there, but go ahead, Jason.
I was just going to say, like, you know, one of the byproducts of doing the Can You Trust series was that in a lot of cases, doing those videos instantly like struck up a dialogue with the people that I was doing them about. And you know, so Michael Fisher, iJustine, folks, you know, all the folks that we've been able to get on the podcast, Flossie Carter,
yeah.
You know, like all those folks were, you know, that felt to me like it sort of proved the same thing that we experienced at VidCon, that like these people, because at the time, you know, I was at like 45,000 or subs or something, so they were all very cool and they were all very open to, well, maybe not all, but they many of them were open to coming on the podcast and or, you know, doing something together.
Jason,
or
you had people coming up to you that recognized you and asking you for advice. That must have been kind of weird. I mean, I know you're a teacher and everything as it is, but now on this level, right?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Like, I had several long discussions with people about, you know, what I was doing or what I thought about this, you know, or how did I do one thing or the other. And it was really pretty cool to be in a position where people actually knew who I was. I mean, that happened a little bit for all of us, I think, but like I had something to compare it to. I went to Vid Summit or VidCon and had like one person come up to me and say, "Hey, I like your stuff." And then I went to Vid Summit, which is a much smaller conference, and there were a lot more people who were like, you know, it was funny too, because people would just come up to me and start talking to me like the introduction had already been made, and they're like talking to me about my videos and stuff.
Stop stalling, man. There's a big question for you in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you read it. I know you read it.
No, I didn't. No.
What is the one from JD? Just read it.
Okay, JD.
That's
okay. Yeah. After last week, yes. After last weekend, I can say that you can trust Jonathan Morrison. Well, here I said it a little bit earlier when we were doing this stream, that some of the feedback that I got from people about Jonathan after I'd done the video was that he on like the down low in real regular life was just a really kind, really giving person. And this past weekend I got to see that in action for sure, and it you know, it just really impressed me that he was willing to let people into his workspace. He was willing to hang out. He was willing to, you know, be so giving of his time, of it, you know, so putting us in his video, you know, helping out Viper with his video, giving that phone to Jeff, which I just think is an amazingly huge thing. So
and I was somewhat critical of him as well. Shortly after the Can You Trust thing, I said some, they weren't mean. I didn't know him. I didn't know him the way that I do now. And even JD, we privately talked about it actually shortly after, and he's like, "Hey, you know," it wasn't like JD was like, "Hey, what the heck?" It was just like, you know, he just had a private DM and forth, JD and I, and that meant a lot to me at the time, JD, because I'd only recently started watching your stuff. But yeah, things change, people. You're allowed to change your mind, and I'm glad that I was open to it and everything, and I'm super glad that JD and John had us down there and everything like that. So, yeah.
Well, the Can You Trust series has been on a little bit of a hiatus as we've been, you know, phones have been coming out, and most of the coverage, you know, and the videos that I've been doing have been talking about phones. But I will say that I do have planned for this week a Can You Trust Jonathan Morrison Part 2.
Nice. Are you gonna call it a follow-up or like a redo or like a
redux?
A redux?
Redux?
I haven't quite figured out like how I'm gonna phrase it, but yeah, I think he deserves for me to like come out and talk about the experience that we had, but also to you know, there have been other things about Jonathan and what he's been doing that I've been really impressed with since the time I did that video. So I have some stuff to talk about, and I'm gonna work on that video. Hopefully tomorrow. If not, maybe by the end of the week I'll have it out. So
Nice.
yeah, I haven't
I'm
decided
looking forward to it.
I haven't decided if I'm going to do like a Vid Summit follow-up kind of thing. You guys have been covering that
I think
pretty
you
well.
should. Well, we're going to talk about it probably on Tuesday, right? So
Yeah.
we'll definitely talk about it on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
Viper, how are the comments going there, bud?
Oh man, they're
People are
coming
just
out
like-
heavy.
You have to get a red camera now. You have to reach out to the red.
Apparently, yeah, people like they're put together a GoFundMe to give me a red camera.
I'll set that up.
Help with GoFundMe, bro.
Hey, that's gonna take a. It's gonna take a lot of coffees.
A lot of coffee for that, bro.
yeah. I mean, I had that moment where I was looking at that camera and I was just watching how good the footage was coming just raw off the camera, and I was like, man, that is pretty sexy.
Because we were literally watching on a big monitor. Like I think like a 24-inch or something like that, like in front of us.
Yeah, I mean, Viper looked a lot better in the monitor than he did in person. I mean,
And everybody there.
Man,
I ain't mad.
but then I was thinking,
we're like telling Viper to stop flexing, man. Stop flexing, bro.
It's like,
then I was like, oh, but the thing is that camera, just the body of that camera, costs about as much as I make pre-tax at my regular job.
yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm not quite there yet.
Oh, can I also say the place that we got food from? By the way, guys, we had not only were we there in the studio, we had they purchased us. We had food.
They bought us dinner.
Yeah,
They bought us dinner. And
was
the
like-
place that we got the food from, I don't know about you guys, but those were some awesome fish tacos that I had. They were great.
I had the burger, and it was very, very tasty.
Yeah, JD said it's a Eureka.
Yeah,
That was a place, man, and yeah, dude. I mean, just like I said a little while ago, man. Just sitting there and being able to, it means a lot to me to eat with people. Like I know it sounds funny. I know it sounds funny, but it's like a
sitting down and
family.
sharing
It's like
a meal with someone is huge. Yeah,
it's a family thing for me,
Yeah.
like to sit down and eat with people.
Yeah.
So that's sort of like when I feel like friendships are being solidified is when we're sitting there and sharing a meal together. So that's a big thing for me personally.
that's why I take my clients out for dinner and let my bosses pay for it. I love it.
Yeah.
I just want to say too that not only did we get to hang with Jonathan and JD and the rest of the folks from TLD, but Brandon from This Is Tech Today and
Yes.
Dr. Dop were able to come down from where they were in
It was so
California
awesome getting to meet those guys too.
and hang
Yeah,
with us.
dude.
So it was a big crowd. It was really fun.
Brandon
Who was
is and if Brandon's watching this, I'm sorry, man. I have to say it. He is just as giggly in the flesh as he is in his videos,
Yes.
and it's awesome. It's infectious,
No man,
and
that
it
voice
makes you
though.
feel good.
That didn't Tech Today voice. Woo!
Right.
It's real,
Yeah,
man. It's real.
That dude is smooth. He's
So,
smooth,
like,
man. I don't know.
So
don't know.
JD is saying Ari Alexa fully rigged cost $65,000.
Holy,
That's so okay, but that's like lenses and everything because I mean I might start saving my pennies.
we need to start a
Oh.
painfully honest network and get that together.
Yeah, I mean I think I got some camera steps to go before I get there, but yeah, it was super impressive. I mean I make tech videos, right? So of course I'm like gonna geek out at something like that. But the thing is, I never was in a position to be near one. So
Jason, man, you closer than any of us, man. You got over 120,000 subscribers, man. You got it, man.
well,
Start saving up the pennies, man.
I know. Well, I mean, with the help of Brandon and some other stuff that's going on, I mean, I'm starting to get some money coming my way in different venues. So who knows?
Well, can I say something? The restaurant at the hotel needs to stop charging people a kidney for a coffee. Okay, like the prices were whack. All right, they were just. But it was good food though, except for the steak.
The food was really good. I mean, I spent $15 on yogurt,
Granola with berries.
yogurt, granola, and some fruit. Like $15. I mean, I get it. They're in this area where there's people who are paying to stay at the Westin most likely don't want to walk down the street to the to past the Gentleman's Club or whatever to the subway.
What's it called? The landing strip?
Yes, I believe
I think
so.
it was called the landing strip.
I remember going to a couple of bachelor parties at this one in the Poconos called the Grand View, which I thought was a very clever
that is clever.
name for that kind of establishment.
That is clever.
That's it.
Shiler's right though. If all my subs just gave me $1, I could buy 2.
Damn. We need to work on your Patreon. Did you go to that Patreon talk?
I didn't get to go, so I'm gonna watch it on the
I can't wait to watch the replay. Don't forget, I think we all have the replays. Daryl Eves did tweet out, I think it was earlier today, that they're working on getting the replays up because I've been searching.
They're editing them.
Yeah. Are they up now? Do you know if they're up?
I haven't checked, man. I know they were editing them up, and he was going to post up when they were good to go.
But the Jack Conte, I kept on hearing everybody talk about it the last day how the Jack Conte one was the best, and I missed it. Yeah, and
also Steve Dotto gave a talk about Patreon like early, like before dawn on the first day.
I don't know if JD knows this, but Zach Nelson was one of the speakers, one of the keynotes on the last day on the Thursday. Jerry Rig everything, so he was in town for that. I'm not sure if he's popped by to see you guys or not. So
yeah, I didn't get it. I met him at VidCon and wanted to stop and say hey to him again, but I didn't get a chance to. I think that was the day that we were going out to Jonathan's spot. So
that's what happened because we had to bounce out.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what happened there. Which I mean, we missed out on a couple of talks and stuff and like the closing, but I think since we can catch it on the replay and we don't have a redo on going up to the studio with Jonathan and JD and the guys. Yeah, man, it was worth the sacrifice for that.
I wasn't gonna miss that, and I want to make it clear because there's a couple of people were asking me about this on Twitter. Our visit to TLD Studios was not part of Vid Summit.
No.
We just happened to be 45 minutes away, or with rush hour traffic, 2 hours away.
But,
Yeah,
it's like, I thought I was getting I was glad that Jeff was willing to drive us up.
Later, JD.
Hey, man.
thanks, JD.
I was glad that Jeff was able to drive us up to Jonathan's place and everything, and then I was like, oh yeah, maybe I'm gonna escape from LA without having to spend $100 on Uber.
Yeah.
But then Dom Esposito reached out to me and said, hey, come out.
Tell us the story. Tell us what happened with that, or tell us what you can, because I know there's videos coming. What happened? Tell us from the beginning to the end, from the point of getting the message. Go.
Well, I think he saw the tweets about heading out to Jonathan's place, and he was like, "Hey, man, I didn't know you were in town. Do you want to come out tomorrow and do something?" And I was like, "Yeah, at that point, I was like really tired, but also kind of like, you don't come to LA and then not do stuff like that just to sleep."
Like you don't get invited by an OG like Dom and not go, right?
Right. So I went out there, took an Uber out to where his place is, and we sat around and we just talked for a while. It was cool, just kind of hung out. And then he's like, "Hey, you do want to shoot a video?" I was like, "Yeah, of course. That would be awesome." So I got to see him set up his whole rig.
What does he shoot with?
He shoots with a C200.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and then he also had a Sony AR7 III, and I think his overhead cam was maybe a 6500 Sony A6500. I didn't see the model number on that one.
He uses a lot of similar cams that a lot of other guys do.
Yeah,
except for Jonathan Morrison.
Yeah, except for the ones that are really up there. The thing about the C200 that kind of freaked me out was that I know he had like a super wide lens on it, but we were standing in front of a table. He had it at about table level, and it was getting the whole table and us standing up. And I'm just like, what is this magic that's happening here? Like usually I have to point the camera right at my face, like face level, and and it was a little strange because like on the parts where he and I were talking about, we did a video on like his initial thoughts about the Pixel 3, and then my initial reactions, having just recently been able to put it in my hands and see it.
Hall's asking who you're talking about.
Dom Esposito, OG YouTuber, like tech YouTuber. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. Dom was one of the first people when my channel first started to get some views, and I was making videos, and this was like October of last year, I guess. Dom was one of the first of the bigger YouTubers to reach out to me and say, "Hey, I really like what you're doing," and he shouted me out on Twitter, and I got a bunch of new subs and views from that. So we've been talking for quite a while. He came on the podcast as well, and so I just kind of got the opportunity to watch him set up his whole rig and see what it was, and it's pretty compact. Like the thing that I need now, I know I need a C stand.
Yeah.
Because anything other than that, as like I want to get back into shooting overhead as well as just A-roll more regularly, but I just don't have any way to set it up right now with what I've got. So
really quickly, because I meant to say this earlier when he first popped in the chat. Our friend, our buddy, CJ Knows Tech in the chat recently passed 15,000.
Nice.
I feel like it was just like a week ago he was at 10.
Yeah, I know.
CJ is killing it with his content.
He is moving, man. Whew.
Yeah, CJ is doing it.
So, Savage Scientist, I've got a Canon EOS M50 that I'm shooting with right now. I'm not using the 4K because the crop is a little too intense for the camera's literally like right here. So, but yeah, 1080 60 frames is what I'm shooting on this EOS M50, and it's pretty cool. It's much more compact than like the T6i that I was using before. But every time you get to a new like plateau, you're like, is it new camera time, or do I just keep going with what I've got?
Watch out, man. Those camera people come after you. Keep on returning stuff.
No, here's the nice thing. Okay, the one thing that I would say about like where I've got to in the past like 5 to 6 months is that that I don't have to take things back. Like in those earlier days, it was like I could only capitalize so much, and so I had to keep recapitalizing by returning stuff and using it to get other stuff for the channel. But I haven't had to do that. I don't have to do that now. So
I have decided. So this Thursday at midnight Pacific time, the iPhone XR goes on sale. Right?
Oh yeah.
I have decided that I'm not going to get the black. I'm not going to get the white. I'm not going to get. There's 3 colors I'm not going to get because
yellow.
Okay, so there's 3 colors I'm not going to get because we've seen these colors before on iPhones. So I'm going to get the 3 that they're bringing, which is the coral, the yellow, and the blue. Yeah. I'm only going to return one of them. One of them I'm going to keep. The third one is going to go to a lucky subscriber on my channel.
Oh,
nice.
So that's an exclusive you guys are hearing here right now. Nice. Sorry to plug that on your thing, but I just thought of it right now.
Oh, I got a quick question for you guys though, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
So now I'm gonna keep I'm using the iPhone now.
Right.
So I've got the SIM in the iPhone. I'm trying to get accustomed to iOS, but I'm a complete noob. So It's been struggle city for the past 24 to 36 hours. Mm-hmm. But I'm definitely considering trying to go ahead and jump on the watch. And that's just one of those things that I was just wondering, is that something I got to go straight to Apple for, or is it something I can get through a carrier?
You can get it through a carrier.
Yeah, okay. I think you got to order. Even like my local AT&T store can't even get them.
Yeah, you have to order it online or through the carrier app.
Order from your carrier online, and that's probably the best way to get it, especially if you want to put it on contract payments. You know.
Yep.
Are you going to get the Series 4, Jason? Oh, sorry, Jeff?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely, man. Because the money that was saved on the phone itself means that I'm good to go for the watch.
Awesome.
Yeah, baby, do it. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, man. But hey, seriously though, I'm struggling, dude. It's like I'm trying to get accustomed to it, but coming off of I don't know how many years it's been since the S2.
It's a learning
Notifications will be the one thing that'll probably bug you the most.
That's kind of been it so far. I mean, I have you see the little number on top of the tabs for each app, so that kind of lets me know. But I don't have like a quick drop down like I do with the Galaxy. So it's kind of it's
Okay.
throwing me, man. I'm trying to get accustomed to it.
Next thing you know, you'll be getting a MacBook and getting rid of that monster machine you got behind you.
Nah, man, never that, dude. That's like a piece of pride and joy because it took me so long to save the money to build it
Yeah.
that there's no
so
way, dude.
You build PCs. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
man. So I mean, did it for friends and like for different people, but the one for myself, it took me nearly a year to get all the parts together because I just bought everything. As soon as something would be like open box or discounted or whatever it was, I would pick it up then because I only wanted the high end parts.
Mhm.
So it was like one piece at a time until I had everything together and then I built it.
Right.
So, yeah.
So let me give you one piece of advice about notifications and stuff in iOS.
Oh,
Sure.
Here we go. Here we go.
The weird thing about how notifications work in iOS is that instead of going inside of the app to change like how the notifications show up or whatever,
Oh man.
you have to go into the settings
Yep.
and then scroll down in the settings to each individual app, and you can go in there and set whether or not you want a banner that pulls down whenever you get the notification. You have it where you can have it where it shows on the notification shade when it comes down, or you could have like and the badges that show up on the apps themselves.
Right.
So what I do is I go in and I say like which of these apps do I want to know immediately do I want to have the notification so I can act on it? Which ones do I just want to see gathered on like that on that screen or on the lock screen when you pull it up? And do I want badges? I think I got to turn the badges off on my YouTube app because I now have over 10,000 unanswered comments. So, and half of those are the held for review comments. So
Yeah.
But yeah, it takes a while to get used to that. But once you get used to that, I think you can get it working in a similar way to how Android does.
Yeah, I wish they would utilize the notch areas in the corners a little bit better. I put that in my review. I just wish they would have just a little, even a blinking light would be nice.
Yes.
Right, Jeff?
That takes some getting used to. Yeah, it takes a little getting used to because it helps because I had the light color coded to specific things. So at a glance I could see it. Yeah. So but
you'll get used to it. I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine.
I mean, I think I never really use the notification light that much for when I'm using Android because things are automatically coded to like blue is one thing or whatever, and I'm like I don't know what that color means. But I think the one thing that iOS has that doesn't exist in Android that becomes really useful is like the raise to wake or the tap to wake. I mean, I know some Android phones have tap to wake, but raise to wake, to put the stuff right there in front of you, and
right.
you can react to it or not.
Yeah,
and,
that's definitely helpful, man. And
yeah,
this thing already updated too, which I was kind of surprised by.
Right.
So yeah, I was kind of like, what? So yeah, it apparently needed an update, but for some reason the App Store, it shows that it needs an update, but it refuses to update. I don't know what's going on there.
You set up an Apple ID and all that good stuff, right?
Oh yeah, I had to.
Weird.
Yeah, I mean that might just be something where you need to like reboot the phone or something.
It's possible, yeah.
Because sometimes things get wonky like that.
You got a case on it?
Oh, dude. So I've got a case coming I got a speaking case on its way. Nice. But because I didn't want to walk around with a naked iPhone, I went to Best Buy. But unfortunately, Jason was still with Dom. So because I was trying to take Jason with me so he could get a selfie in front of Best Buy. But yeah, I was like, oh man, I was like thinking about it, and we were too early, so I was like, he's still over there.
Is this what you got? So, like one of these air cases from Spigen?
No. The one that's on order is the Neo Hybrid.
Okay, this is the Air one. They're really good. I mean, I love Spigen in general.
No, me too. Yeah, no doubt, man. No, the one I picked up was some random brand that was like $15. It's trash, dude.
Yeah, it's like
absolute garbage.
Probably the Insignia or whatever like in-house brand they're using.
Something like that. Yeah, dude. It's just it's garbage, dude. And not only that, it seems to make the phone hot because as soon as I take it out, the phone is good. But while it's in there, it seems to heat up. I'm like, what the hell?
That's interesting.
Yeah, dude, I'm saying, I'm like, I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, I've been pulling it out of there.
Oh, I should send you a wireless charger. God knows I have like 5 or 6 just kicking, doing nothing here right now.
Well, I was going to reach out to a couple of our company friends and see if they're willing to send me some MFI cables and like a wireless charger. We'll see what they say. But so before you do that, let me ask these dudes and see if they're willing to play ball.
The good people at so and so. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you know, companies with names that start with A. So
get them,
you know, see what's up. I'm not going to reach out to the case companies yet because I don't want to get 80 cases rained on me at the same time. So
yeah. You know, you got a regular one, right?
Yeah, it's just the 10S.
I only just recently received my cases from some other brands that were supposed to get them to me before, because I told them, I said, these phones are going back, right? You got to get the cases to me now. Maybe I should just ship them off to you and tell them that's something to you, and you can work out a relationship. I can introduce you to those brands. Would that work for you?
Oh yeah. Which one?
I got some Tudia and I got some Rinke.
Oh, okay, yeah, no doubt, man.
Yeah, I mean they're both awesome brands. I don't have the phones here. I mean, I have the dummies here.
Yeah.
But I'll use the dummy on one of them. But since you have a regular size one, I'll send you all the regular size stuff. Okay.
Oh, I thought you didn't get a 10S. You just got the Maxes only.
I got the 10S Max.
Oh,
and
I thought you had gotten both.
And I also got 2 regulars. But I literally did the unboxing, did the blue shift check, and shipped them back the next day.
Oh, right.
So I didn't have the cases, but I had the 10S Max for an extended week, so I was able to do that video. It's still waiting and pending to be released. So I couldn't do anything with these when they showed up like 10 days later. So yeah, I have your address, man. I'll fire it off to you, okay?
Yeah, no, it sounds good, dude.
Cool. Regular 10S cases. Awesome.
Yeah, I just want to say to Ed, stupid is not swearing. I don't think you didn't.
It's one of the yellow It's one of the yellow words on there.
Is it?
Wow.
It is. It was highlighted specifically for that. Yep.
It's not red, but it's yellow.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
It's like if it's said enough and in enough ways that they'll bury you eventually. Isn't that stupid?
The problem is like there are so many different ways that are like that you could use a word like that.
But the thing is, the AI doesn't know context.
That's
the AI's problem.
Yeah, I'm with Jake. That's the AI problem.
But it doesn't know context yet.
Yes, exactly. I think once it learns enough that it's going to understand context, that I think it'll improve. The same way that everybody was getting their videos demonetized, and now you don't see it very often, and it learned. So I think the more we feed it, the more it's going to learn.
Let's talk about how the AI also recognizes everything in your thumbnail. So Daryl put up a picture of a woman in a bikini holding a hamburger and smiling. Okay, the AI immediately listed off smiling, woman, bikini, Carlsberg Jr., hamburger, well done, and then it rated these different on these different scales of from good to racy. And if it's hitting too many of those things, you're buried. We met up with one of my friends who I've never met physically in real life until we were there, Kimberly, the pop socket queen. Okay, she did a video last year on self tanners, and the thumbnail had her in a bikini and like different self tanners, like lines on her arms and on her body, but she got buried because of that thumbnail.
Oh.
Even though it was nothing really sexual about it, or whatever you want to call it, but she got buried because of that. She got demonetized like that.
Yeah, because it's racy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She's had other thumbnails where she's been like wearing like a low cut top because that's what she likes to wear. She's a very lovely and beautiful person inside and out, and she's been hit multiple times.
Yeah, dude, it's like struggle city, bro, for certain stuff, especially for some females too. They kind of got to be a little extra careful, but it's man, it's crazy, dude. I'm actually gonna run some of my thumbnails through that stuff and see if like when I'm making different faces, what it's thinking, to see what it comes up with, and if I need to pull my face out of my thumbnails, we'll see what happens.
I did check into it. I think you do have to pay for it, but I don't think it's very expensive.
Yeah, no, I'll take a look. If I have to pay for it, then El Jefe is gonna have to walk away.
The Jefe walk off.
That's it, man.
Yep.
Well, all right, gentlemen. I don't want to keep you here too long tonight. I know Rookie wanted to do something tonight, so I want to let him do what he has to do. I appreciate you all joining me in the stream. Jason, Zach, Jeff, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Love hanging out with you guys at VidSummit. We will definitely have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, I gotta go over and check out your video now.
Yeah.
I've got it queued up.
I literally pressed pause and I put a comment and then I came back here, so I haven't actually watched it yet.
Everybody in the chat, thank you all for hanging out tonight. If you haven't checked out the video, please go check out the video over on the main channel. Definitely appreciate it. Me and my man Jonathan Morrison hooked up for a nice little video. It's only like 4 or 5 minutes long, real quick. Nothing major, but
there's a link again.
There. Appreciate that. There's the link if you guys haven't checked it out yet. But I guess I will see you all the next time I decide to randomly live stream.
Hey, it's all good, man. You know, we got your back, man.
Good to hang with you guys.
Thanks, Viper.
Yeah,
Good
man.
seeing you.
Yeah, good night.
Cheers.
Good night.
All right. Thanks, man.
No problem, man. No doubt.
Cheers.
All right, dude.
All right, Jeff, man. No doubt, man. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I'll catch you later.
All right, man. Later, dude. And for the rest of the chat, y'all know what it is. This your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.